What's going on, guys? DK here, bringing you Starcraft 1 campaign tutorial. I figured, since it's been a while, that I should probably get to this. So this time I'm not gonna, I'm gonna do a different approach in showing you how to do some various triggers and whatnot. But first we're gonna change the map scenario, the map type and whatnot. So I'm gonna change it to installation. I'll go to floor, and then actually let's go to substructure, and I'm gonna change the size like a little bit smaller this time, 64, so it could be 64 square now. And we're gonna press OK, and it leads to this, very small as you can see. And I should probably turn on this great StarCraft 2 turn music. Still doesn't beat StarCraft 1 turn music, but StarCraft 2 turn music is just as good. Anyway, so from here I am gonna show you how to do something. So first of all, I can't make bunkers in an original map editor. I mean, you can put bunkers in an installation map, where as you can see it's showing red like this, indicating I can't place buildings. So actually I'm gonna change the map type to, let's say, space platform, and we'll go to space. So it's just like an empty darkness. We're gonna go to platform. We're gonna put some platform here like this, and if you're wondering, here's a very brief way how to do that. So let's say like I want to make a bridge around here. Can you guys see this? Let's see. Yeah, like I want to make a bridge around here. Then I want to go over here, change the doodad layer, and it's gonna show this, which I have to screen capture every time. This, and we want to change that to bridges, and then we just choose the corresponding size like this. Is this showing? Yeah, it's showing right there on the left side, right side for me. Just place like that. See, if it's red, you can't place it. Like I'm clicking, it doesn't work. But if it's green, then it works like that. Anyway, I'll close this now. So I'm gonna place a beacon. Well, first, is the music too loud? That's fine. Remember this, guys. So we're gonna be player 1 this time, and I'll put all the other players somewhere else, and we'll be like, I don't know, chooser, you'll see one. And of course, always turn off the random start location. And then from there, we wanna go to player over here and go to settings. And then by going to settings, we have this right here. But this is all old stuff. And then we're gonna set, let's see, we're gonna set, blue as Terran, and we're gonna put neutral like that. We're gonna need one computer at least, so insert, and voila, that's that. That means we have to go back to force, and then we're gonna say like computer, and then put the other. We can leave the neutral here, it doesn't matter anywhere, because it's not gonna show up in the force description anyway. And these are all the unused. So, and we have computer here. Okay, and that's good. So the reason why I'm doing this is because now we can go over here, and then we're gonna put some Terran beacon like this, like that. And actually, let's place it right here. Okay, so, and then we're gonna put like, we're gonna put a marine here, ghost here, and a fire bat like that. Okay, and we're gonna be and of course you need to put start location, so it'll show up. And then we're gonna be the Terran civilian like this. And you're wondering, oh, I think I know what you're trying to do, DK. So, and then we're gonna obviously put location layer like this. So this is gonna be named as Ghost. Enter, and then it shows that location box. I'm not gonna bother adding a string location. Firebat, and then a marine, and yes, and yeah, this works now. And then now that we have this basic stuff right here, then we're gonna go to triggers. Gonna screen capture this, and then of course this is the default triggers. We want to delete this for our campaign. And now what we're trying to do is, by bringing the civilian to one of these 3 beacons, we'll be able to equip ourselves as a ghost, marine, or a fire bat. That's what I'm trying to do. So how to do this, DK? Very simple. Go to new. It shows this screen. Nothing new here. We're player 1, so we want to click player 1. Next. Then we want to go to... Okay, I gotta screen capture this, I guess. Once we click new, it's gonna show this box. Then we want to go to bring, like so. Then we want to go to player 1. Player 1 brings, or current player brings. That's the same thing. That's player 1 brings at least 1, like that. At least 1, or exactly 1, if you want to be very specific. Exactly 1 what? Current civilian. To which location? Let's start off with the fire bat. Go to next, then click on the new box, which shows the action box, which is this. Then what happens once we bring our civilian to the fire bat location? Well, we're gonna go like this. We're gonna remove. So we can either do it like this. We can remove all Terran civilian for current player or player 1, but this is very not trigger friendly, because if you have more than 1 civilians all around the map, this is gonna just remove all the civilians. So we want to do remove units at location. So we want to remove 1 Terran civilian for player 1 or current player at the fire bat location that we just did, and then create 1 fire bat at the fire bat location for player 1 or current player, doesn't matter. And yeah, that's basically it. And we can also put a comment like saying chose fire bat. So what does this do? So if you click this, it's gonna be like that. It like mixed into one line like this, a comment. But if you remove the comment, it will show like this, like that, as I have been showing previously in my other videos. But I like to use comments just to make it easier to read. So what does this do? So once we bring our civilian, our red civilian over here, to this beacon, to the fire bat, it's gonna create a fire bat, and it's gonna remove the current civilian. And now we do the same thing for the marine and ghost. So we basically just copy it, and we wanna let's see, how do I show this? So just copy it, and you know, instead of, okay, hold on guys, I gotta remove like some stuff. God, I hate using this as this stuff. Anyway, so we get this again. So just change the, yeah man, XSplit, man. Sometimes XSplit just triggers me, man, with the recording. Just change, so instead of the fire bat over here, just change it to like, I don't know, ghost. Then remove the stuff. Okay, I gotta screen capture this too, huh? Then we have this, remember? Oh, actually never, we didn't need to add that. Okay, I'll remove this then. Then we have this. So instead of that fire bat, we want to change it to ghost now, like so. Then create 1 Terran ghost at the ghost location for player 1, and then we can rename this comment as chose ghost, and etc. Stuff like this. Very simple. And same thing with our, I'm gonna change this to the marine now. And yeah, and that's basically it. Chose marine, like so. And then we're gonna test it if it works actually. So we're gonna put 3 civilians like this. And then in case you're wondering, oh, I want this trigger, but since this trigger doesn't have a preserved trigger, it's gonna just do this once. So if you want to loop this trigger, then we can put a preserved triggers like at the end, like this. So what this does is that it's gonna have this trigger like every time we move our civilian to that corresponding beacon, respective beacon, it's gonna keep having loop this trigger so it works correctly. And then of course I should have screen captured this like that. So yeah. So basically I just added like, you know, just preset trigger, like, yeah, as you can see from over here, preset trigger. Anyway, and then another thing that I wanted to show you guys was how to load bunkers, as I have been mentioning in like some of the campaign playthroughs that I did. So it's very simple. Just place a bunker. It can be computer or yours. Let's put like marine. Let's put marine, ghost, firebat, and medic. Yay! Then we're gonna put a location here. You can say like load bunker or bunker, whatever, or go into bunker. Usually I just when I do my campaign, I just put bunker 1 or A like that. But bunker, and then go back to triggers, and then we're gonna do like what? So let's say at the start of the game, which I need to screen capture again. So hold on a second. So let's see. I wanna add. So from there, I click new. Then it shows this conditions. Then I wanna go to last game time is at least 0 seconds, or start of game, or it can be always. Same thing. These two work. These two are essentially the same thing. We can do always. Then next. Click new again, and then how to load bunkers. Very simple. Go to run AI script at location. Same thing as we did as how I showed how to set the AI settings for the computers. So over here, if you click script, it's gonna show all this. It's gonna show this. Remember this, and then if you scroll down, there's gonna be something called enter bunker or something. Yeah, enter closest bunker, like this. And if you're wondering what's enter transport and exit transport, that's for dropships, overlords, and shuttles. But it's kind of the same thing. We can do the same thing as this, but anyway, this is I'm showing the bunker how to do it. So enter closest bunker at which location? Well, the bunker location that I just made. And that's basically it, guys. That's how you load bunkers. Okay, comment load bunker. So what this means is that at the start of the game, it's gonna load the units that are in the location field to the bunker like this. So like right here. And yeah, that's basically it. And let's say let's make a elevated catwalk this time. Why not? And then we have like a command center and like one SCB here. And then if you wanna like restrict some of the tech units, we go to player over here, go to settings, just like how we set the race and whatnot. But instead of tinkering over here, we go to units, and it shows all this. We wanna go to buildings, or you can like limit the units as well. But go to buildings like this. Then it shows all this, so we just basically like unclick this, uncheck this, enable by default. So let's say if we can't build like a science facility, then we're gonna put uncheck this. So what this does is all the players in this game will never be able to make science facility. But if you want to be specific, you can just uncheck this, and then it says yes right here, right? Just say no. So this means only player 1 can make science facility. And we can do that for starports like that, and we can also disable an SCV like in the unit tab, so like that. We can also disable add-ons like no nuclear silo, obviously, like this. Very straightforward, and just press OK, and that's basically how you do it. Same thing goes with the upgrades too. Remember guys, I did this in the very first video. So let's say we can only get up to only one upgrade instead of the default 3. Then just uncheck this and just set it to like 2, like 1, like this. Very simple. And that's for the inventory, and then you can do the same thing and all whatnot and stuff like that. And we can also like have a marine come with the range upgrade, the goals come with the sight range upgrade like this, and also give us like stim pack at the research like that. Like lockdown 2, personal cloaking. Let's actually disable personal cloaking. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. Very simple stuff. And I'm about to save this. It shows this right now. Once I click save, it shows this. Just save it in your some math folder. I'll say tutorial 2 this time. And now I'm gonna start Starcraft and show you guys if it worked or not. And obviously the triggers that I just made, they all work. So hold on a second, guys. In the meantime, you can just evaluate this, what I did just now. Okay, let's see. Starcraft 1 should be up soon. I'm gonna turn off the music for this. Okay, and let's go to, let's see, right here. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong one. Go to my maps, go to tutorial 2 this time, and let's go. Okay, and here's the thing I forgot to set up. So I don't have a computer. That's why I made yellow computer here. So we want to place one computer somewhere, like that. Let's say it's an overlord that's invincible, like that or something, like that. Okay, and remember this, guys. How do I make an overlord invincible pre-placed? Just double click the unit itself and it has all that, and just check this invincible box, so then this overlord will be invincible, it won't be attacked. And voila, now I save again, and now I go back to Starcraft and go to my maps, tutorial. Now we can start. Blah blah blah. So as you can see, this overlord is invulnerable, can't be attacked. Our unit's like loaded by itself, can't attack. Our ghost, we disable the cloak there. We have lockdown though. We have stim, and that means we should have range as well. I didn't bother with this. And as you can see, the ghost has the sight range very far away. What about the SCV? Can he make science facility? Nope. And Star Post 2, I disable that. Can we make SCVs? Nope. I disable the nuclear silo as well. So yeah, that's how you do stuff like that. And now we go to our main stuff. And normally when you want to do this, you want to place the neutral unit size like this for the selecting stuff. So if you happen to misclick and attack the unit, they'll just stay frozen. So basically, when it comes to stuff like this, you want to set blue as an actual computer, because it's gonna attack you if you attack them back. So anyway, let's see if it works for ghost. Here's a ghost. What about marine? Okay, maybe I didn't set the trigger correctly, but this should work over here. This should be firebat. Yeah, see, so over here, the reason why it didn't turn into ghost is because in the scenario, I guess I didn't properly like place the, let's go to the marine. Yeah, so like over here it shows this box. So instead of at the marine location, it says create one turn ghost at marine. So we want to change that to marine, like that. Then now it should work. So which means that I'm gonna quit this Starcraft, and then I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save again. And now it should be on marine. And I'm gonna actually add more civilians. So to show you guys that my trigger works like more than once. So let's see now. Okay, let's start. boost up the game speed. Let's bring all our civilians. So now if we bring our civilian to this marine location, it's gonna give us a marine. What about fire bats? Let's put like a bunch of civilians. See, now the reason why this isn't working is because I put exactly one. So once you have exactly one, it's gonna show up like this. But if you want it to be if you want it to work like, you know, all at the same time, then you can put at least one civilian instead of exactly one. But anyway, I'm just showing you guys that, yeah, see, it's gonna keep looping. So that's how you do stuff. So you know, in that Brood War Terran mission, was it the 7th mission? The one where Duran like kills Stukov. So you know how the Marine gets to like go inside the Goliath? That's basically how you do it, man. This is how you guys do it. And you just add a sound wave trigger, and you know, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you can watch my other video regarding how to add sound files. And that's how you do it, man. And this is how you do the bunker load, which is basically the same as if you want to load inside an overlord or like a dropship shuttle. And as for the tech, like in your own campaign, if you want to limit the tech, that's how, you know, I just showed you guys. And that's basically it. If you go, and what about our force description? So you should have a computer AI named computer and us as chooser. So that's basically it, guys. Pretty simple here, guys. And this is DK, guys. I hope this helped you, and I'm gonna continue with Dark Code and Montag. Bye now. For you guys. So this video is gonna cover mission briefing. So once you go to scenario, there should be a mission briefing thing, click box right here that you guys can see. And we can always, like I said in the previous, we can choose for player 7 or Unity Strike Team, whatever you want to display the mission briefing to, the human player, which is us. And if you guys remember in my first 2 videos, we're set to player 7, so since we're the UED color white, so you can choose this, you can check that or this, doesn't matter. I'm gonna click player 7 because of force of habit. Click next, get all this, and then once we click new, it'll show this box that I need to capture again, this, and from here we can see all this display: speaking portrait, hide portrait, mission objectives, play, the sound, which I'll get into real soon, show portrait, text message, blah blah, all this. Okay, so first thing first, if you want a marine, okay, let's say since we'll go with this map, so we have a UED here that's Alan Shazer clone. So we want to go to display speaking portrait. No, even before that, we want to go to show portrait here, and you see the unit here. We're gonna click that, and I gotta add another screen capture, which shows that on the top, which I'll move right here, and then we'll click Terran units, and then heroes, and we'll click UED hero. Press OK. Slot numbers. So there's 4 slot numbers that we can choose, which will show this if we click the slot number, which shows this huge box here, which I'm gonna kind of make it a little smaller. So portrait slot 1 is from, you know how in the mission briefing there's 4 portraits from left to right. Slot 1 is at the very left, and slot 4 is to the very right, and 2 and 3 is the middle. So let's say if I want Alan to be at the very right, we'll click portrait slot number 4, press OK, then press OK again to indicate that the UED here is going to be in the portrait. Okay, now we want this guy to talk a little, so we're going to do the display speaking portrait. And again, we're going to click slot number, and then it has to match the short portrait that we did, so it's going to be portrait 4. And then for how many seconds? Well, let's say we want him to talk for 4 seconds, which is 4,000 milliseconds, same thing. Press OK. And now you're wondering, okay, so where do you type the text? Well, good question, man. Click new, and it will be under text message right here. And you want to match display the following text for how many seconds with the display talking portrait sound. So we're going to click that. Screen capture, and we're gonna set this so it'll show this big box again, which I'm gonna make it small. Okay, so like right there, if you click number, it'll show this, and we're gonna match with the 4 seconds that we did previously, and we're gonna say, "Hi, I am UED Hero," and then you can type whatever and then just press OK. So what do we have here so far? From here we can see that there's a UED hero at the very right of the portrait in the mission briefing, and then that portrait is gonna talk for 4 seconds or 4,000 milliseconds, and then it's gonna display this text, "Hi, I am UED hero," for 4 seconds. And before we move on to the next guy, let's say if you want to add like more units talking, before we do that, we want to put a wait, man. You see this wait? That's like the duration that a unit talks for a certain. The unit it's gonna pause. So so I'll show you an example. So let's say after 4 seconds, so let's say we're gonna wait 5 seconds. So basically this means that when this guy is speaking for 4 seconds, and then when this happens, it means that it's gonna wait 1 second. Cause here's how this works. These two run. Okay, these 3 right here. This one, the one I unchecked. These 3 start the mission briefing trigger like simultaneously. So what that means is these 3 are gonna start at the same time. So it's gonna talk for 4 seconds. It's gonna show this text for 4 seconds, and it's gonna pause for 5 seconds. What that means is that if you add another portrait, let's say like a marine or something, or let's say medic in portrait like 1 towards the very left, then what this is doing is, if we're gonna show a portrait and it's gonna show it talking for 4 seconds with the text showing 4 seconds. After that, after 1 second, because 5 seconds minus 4 seconds is 1 second. After 1 second, it's going to show this portrait, the medic, at the very left side of the mission briefing. And we can do the same thing again. We'll just copy paste, and instead of slot 4, we'll like do portrait 1, show portrait 1 speaking for like 2 seconds, and we can display it as like, I don't know, hi hero. And you want to always have it have a wait or pause for like a certain second, like doesn't matter. And then yeah, that's it. And then if you want to make this even like if you want the portraits to show up simultaneously, then you want it to have like, you want the show portrait like at the very top. What this is going to do is it's going to show these 2 portraits at the same time, and we can also wait like 2 seconds. After the portrait shows, it's gonna wait 2 seconds, and then it's gonna have the UED hero talk for 4 seconds and showing the text, "Hi, I am UED hero," for 4 seconds. After that, after 1 second, it's gonna have the medic talk for 2 seconds saying, "Hi hero." Pause 3,000 seconds, go to text, and we can do like, I don't know, voila. That's the standard mission briefing for Starcraft 1 campaigns. So okay, and then if you're wondering what about the mission objectives, it's over here, and we can also like put another text saying like what. Gotta add the screen capture again. It's gonna show this box, and we can say like what, kill the Terran Dominion or whatever that we put in the UED hero must survive, you know, stuff like that. And the thing is, if we put this mission objective, and normally you want to put the mission objective at the very top of your mission briefing, and the thing is, if you put this, and if you start the game, and if you click the mission objectives in the menu, it's gonna show exactly like this. So that's the good thing about that. And yeah, that concludes this very basic mission briefing, but we're not done yet. So first we're gonna save, and I'm gonna actually move my the Marines a little. I'm gonna move down the red units a little. So like, I don't know, we'll put like, what is that, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. We're gonna delete this. We're gonna move these units a little down, and always need start location for them to appear. So yeah, and that was mission briefing, and now we go to sound. Very important, which shows like this. Sound shows this. All right, hold on. Then here's another music for you guys. It shows this, and then in order to add sound, you need to import it. So if you click import, it's gonna show another file like similar to how when you're saving your map, or like this. And from there, you guys, well, I don't know, you guys have to manually. Okay, so before that, yeah, okay, you know, it's fine. So normally, let's go to no, not enslavers. Let's see my maps. I have all my sounds like pre-saved here, or my extra sound that I found throughout the course of my map making. Yeah, let's do it like compute 1 or something. Yeah, that sound, okay. And we want null sound too, which is gonna be very important later on that I'm gonna show. So okay, we're gonna use these two. You need to import these, and then in order to save these types of like files, you have to go online and then just find your own like Starcraft music pack or whatever. Just you can find it online easily if you Google it, but or if you can also go to enslavers, man. Like, so let's, okay, you know what, I'll show you guys right now actually. So I'm gonna show you guys my enslavers. So this is the map that Blizzard made, and then if you go to scenario and go to sound again, it's gonna show this. This comes with this sound comes with this map. So if you wanna save this, you have to export it. You click export, and then it'll show another screen, which shows as save as, and you can save it anywhere. In my case, I saved it in my extra sound folder, so you guys can do that. But throughout, like, you can open up like some other like maps that's not protected, and then you can do the same. Like you go to scenarios, click sound, get this box, and then you have to export the sound so you can use it later on. So I'm just showing you how to do that. But anyway, we're gonna go back to the tutorial. So we have two sounds right now: comp beep 0 and null sound, and you can use play to have the sound. That beep beep sound and null sound is no sound, and it's indicated by the seconds here. So comp beep 0 plays for 0.4 seconds, and yeah, null sound has no sound, so it's 0 seconds. And the triggers and briefing indicate how many times these sounds are playing. So let's go back to our mission briefing. So if you want to add a sound, like when a unit starts talking, we go to play WAV. That's the sound file format. Click. So after, of course, this is after you imported your music. After you import it, once you click that, it'll show this box, which I need to screen capture once again. It's gonna show this box that we imported 2 of these already. So we can click this, test the sound in here, and then it indeed like has that beep beep sound. And yeah, and it also, you can really add sounds to your maps using the sound manager located on the scenario. Which is what I just showed you guys with the enslavers. Click OK, press OK, move this up to preferably like somewhere over here, like somewhere between, like it can be before show speaking animation, or it can be in between, like display the following text or something like that. So what this means is that, first of all, there's gonna be okay, so I'm gonna add another 2 seconds here. Once the mission briefing starts, it's gonna have the objectives, this, kill the terrible minion, blah blah blah. 2 seconds later, medic and the UED hero portrait shows up at the very left and right respectively. 2 seconds later, it's gonna play this sound, and then it's gonna have the UED guy like having a talking portrait for 4 seconds, and rest is history. That's what we did. We can do the same thing for the medic. Like put it here, and then the medic's gonna also do the beep beep sound. So yeah. Alright, so another music rolling in. And yeah, so that's it, man. And if you're wondering, what about, you know, once we do end the briefing, what happens to the portraits? Do they automatically disappear? Nope. You have to go to hide portrait, and you have to hide the portraits respectively that you show. So like for medic, if you want to hide the portraits at the end of the mission briefing, you want to do this: hide portrait and slot 1. That's gonna remove the medic. And same thing for the the UED hero. So and then preferably you want to do this like before the end of mission briefing, so like that. And then for better formatting, you can like put like another extra second there. So and then it's gonna show end the briefing thing, whatever. And if you wonder, what about transmission? So this is the culmination of both both display speaking portrait, play WAV file, and text message, all in a one single action. So okay, so we're gonna do that, and then actually, how should I do this? I am UD, hi, here, and we're gonna say like joke, JK, I'm kidding, and then let's make this like what, 4 seconds. Okay, after that we want to use a transmission buff. The reason why I don't use transmission unless you have a you do your own recording is that it doesn't work as your original thing is gonna work. So I'm gonna show an example of how it actually works. So we want to go to, let's see, let's test with our marine. Let's see which one's good. Alright, right here. We gotta move, and let's see, who the hell are you?
Hey, who the hell are you?
Alright, so we're gonna use these two for our transmission. So let's go back to mission briefings, and then we're gonna do a marine. So we're gonna show a portrait of a marine in like slot what? In the third slot, I guess. Then after another 1 second, just for consistency, this time we're gonna use transmission. And of course it has to match the portrait thing. So since we selected slot 3 for marine, we're gonna do that. And then we can click the WAV file. We gotta move. And the set that. So here's the thing. There's 3 things here: set, add, subtract. When you're doing a custom, like a fully voiced WAV sound, just set it to add. Click OK and add 0 milliseconds. What this is that we gotta move, which is like what? Which is like 2 seconds. it's gonna play exactly 2 seconds here. So if you did like set to like 0 seconds, it's gonna set to it's not even gonna even if you type something, it's not gonna show. But of course, it's gonna play the we gotta move. So basically, when you're doing this, you wanna kind of I don't know. When you have your own custom voiced sound file, just put that in there, slap it in there after you import it. Add 0 milliseconds, which means it's gonna play the whole length, and then you can say we gotta move. And the good thing about using transmission is that you don't need to match, you don't need to put weight because it automatically does it for you. So we can like go back, we can like instead of like waiting, like let's say if the sound was like 2 seconds, and if you want to wait one more second, we don't need to put 3 seconds. We can actually just put 1 second here. And then we'll put, hey, who the hell are you?
Hey, who the hell are you?
Okay, and yeah, we're gonna do that. Yep, and that's basically it. And then of course, after another second, we're gonna hide the Marine portrait. Bam, man, bam, that's easy. And before I start, if you're wondering, oh, DK, can we do that for our Marine? Yeah, we can sure do that. Let's say UD Marine talks. So let's go to triggers. So right here, remember the second video where I showed let's get them boys, but it didn't really like indicate which Marine was talking? Now we can do it with the help of the transmission. Or was it the first video? I don't know. So over here, we're gonna remember this. Oh, okay, gosh, I gotta add more screens. Remember this? We did this. Remember all this? The second video, I think, like where it said, "Oh, the Marine's gonna talk, saying, let's get them, boys." Now we can use transmission to do the same thing, and it's gonna indicate which Marine actually talked. Because if you use this, it won't actually indicate which unit actually talked. It won't like do the little circle, green, pinking, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, in the Dark Core, how like there's a text message. The guy obviously didn't use, the map maker obviously didn't use this transmission box, which I need to screen capture again for you guys. This. And this is kind of similar to mission briefing, except that it has a location here. But that's why we put this location, UED Marine Talks, if you guys can kind of see over here. So what's the rundown? We're gonna click this. Screen capture specific unit. It's gonna show this. Once we click the unit, we're gonna have the Marine talk, so we're gonna obviously select the Marine. And then we're gonna put the sound like what? Just let's just put it like a compy. And then for this one, you have to set it, you have to put offset, because if you put add 0, it's gonna play for like 0.4 seconds, even if you put like some kind of a long text. So we don't want to do that. So we're gonna set it to, so let's say if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's say if the Marine is talking for like, what did the original Marine say? Let's get them, boys. Okay, I'm gonna copy paste this to make it faster. So, okay, not that. Go to transmission, go to, this is all showing correctly. Marine, we're gonna do a compy. We're gonna have this Marine say the same thing from before, let's get them, boys. And it's gonna be for 3 seconds. Or 3,000 milliseconds. But we're not done yet, we can't click OK because we need a location. So there are we made 3 location boxes. The annular is default, indicates the whole map, the entire map area. Like you can imagine annular as the whole size of the map, a big ass location box. Alright, not this song. Let's play this song now. Okay, anyway. But we don't want to do that because it's gonna like randomly choose at the very top left of the unit. So if you want to be specific, like let's say if you want our Marines to say that, then we're gonna have to make a location box that you guys can kind of see over here. And then we're gonna click okay, first of all I need to screen capture this again. Jeez. It's gonna show this once we click the location, and it's gonna show like these anywhere, Dominion Group, UED Marine Talks, we're here. So these three thing, the Dominion Group, UED Marine Talks, we're here, we made it. But the anywhere is always given default. But we want our Marine to say something, so we're gonna have to make a location box that we did, which is called UED Marine Talks, and we're gonna select UED Marine Talks. Okay. And now we are ready, except we need to do a set, which shows this box. Which did I not screen capture this too? It's gonna show this huge ass box. And like I said earlier, you wanna you have to set it because we're using just a comp beep. So we're gonna set it to 3. So even if the sound wave is like less than 1 second, it's gonna still show this text for 3 seconds. And boom. And now we don't need to even use it, so we can just uncheck it. So we can just put that up here, and yeah, man, that's it. And another good thing about using transmission is that we don't need to put a weight anymore, like you guys here. So over here you guys could see like, oh, let's get them boys, and then after 1 second later, because these 3 triggers like run at the same time. So after the Marine talks for 3 seconds and have this text for how many seconds? After 4 seconds later, or 1 second after the Marine finished talking, it's gonna go to this mission objectives. But now, since we're using a transmission, we can actually put the specific 1 second like that. I know it's kind of confusing, guys, but you guys can get used to it by tweaking around. And yeah, man, that's basically it. So let's start, man. I'll test this, man. Save that. But I'm gonna stop the music for a second, guys, so you guys can hear the mission briefing. So we're gonna start now. Boom. Kill the Terran Dominion, UED must fight. Hi, I am UED Hero. 4 seconds. 1 second later. Hi, Hero. 2 seconds. 1 second later. End the briefing. JK, joke. 1 second later. Marine shows up. Perfectly. Perfectly. Done. That's mission briefing, guys. And then of course this objectives thing, like in the previous video, so let's start first. Yes, all right now. Let's get on, boys. I'm gonna restart it. So check this Marine, okay? You see that green thing right now? That's how it works. And this is the mission objective that we did, but it's kind of different from. So the mission objectives follows from your mission briefing, but you can actually manually set this in the trigger too. But yeah, it's gonna use the default mission briefing mission objectives, but you can change that. And the reason why the mission objective that shows in this text box here is different is because that's how I just used in the text box. This isn't really. This is just for fancy's sake and whatnot. So you guys can actually compare in the previous video with the display text portrait. The Marine actually did talk, but it didn't have that little green blinking indication that which unit actually talks. So yeah, I mean just that's basically it, man. So I'm gonna restart again, and you guys can see again. Yeah, see that Marine. That's because there was a location box that we did. And the location box always prioritizes. So if there's a green box like here, it's gonna prioritize over here, like your top left. So yeah. So let's say if there's a location box here, and then let's say it's not gonna randomly choose like these 5 Marines. It's gonna always prioritize whichever is close to the top left. So in this case, it will be this Marine that talks. But you get the idea. So if you want a very specific marine to talk, let's say this marine, then you can make a small little location box like this and have that marine talk. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. This is it, man. This was... I hope you guys know how to do the mission briefing now with this tutorial and how to do it in actual game. Oh, hell.
Big job, huh? Huh?
I can't build it. Something's in the way.
Oh, that's just great.